Rolento Skullgurg, or simply Rolento, was originally a boss character from the Capcom beat-em-up game called Final Fight. He was a part of the Rainbow Red and learned most of his training there before leaving and becoming a mercenary. Around the time of his tour of duty ended, he became very delusional and obsessed with building a utopian society for the military man. This took place around the time of the Vietnam War. He has Patriot Circle and Mekong Delta Air Raid. And according to Ryoba's tier list, he's currently the 9th entry in B tier. Now, as a mid-ranking character, what is it that makes this military man a daily combatant? To understand this question, we need to watch today's episode of Dad and Kids Play 1. What's good, everybody? I'm Dad Mishima from Dad and Kids Play 1, and this is Rolento's move list from Capcom Vs SNK 2. We're going to go over all Rolento moves and discuss tips and strategies to help you learn to play the character better. Also, if you like these type of videos, then consider giving it a like and maybe a subscribe. Thanks. Before we cover the special moves, first let us take a look at the basic attacks. The Patriot Circle is Rolento's rush attack. To perform the move, do a quarter circle forward plus any punch button. You can chain this attack up to 3 times. This attack is very fast, and generally, you want to be at least 2 Rolento characters away in order to connect with it. Also, chaining this attack will allow Rolento to get closer to the enemy. One of the things that I like about this move is the fact that you can connect into it from almost any normal, which makes it versatile in my opinion. The Patriot Circle can be delayed, and you don't have to use the same rhythm and speed while chaining. So, remember those guys from Final Fight? You know, the ones that will impale you with a knife either by slashing you or throwing one into you. I believe their names are El Gato and Hollywood. Anyway, now is your chance to be as annoying as those guys with this attack. To do the stinger, do a Dragon Punch motion plus any kick button, then press any attack to throw the knife. This move comes out really fast, and I like the fact that it blends in with the regular jump. Now, the angle of the knife thrown is determined by the strength of the button that's pressed. So for an example, light punch knife throw will have a narrow angle, while heavy punch angle will be very wide. My only gripe about this move is that the knife can only be thrown from a neutral jump. This attack can be used defensively as well as offensively. To do this move, first press all 3 punch buttons for the initial backflip. Then right before you land, hit any punch button. So the backflip can be used to gain some distance between you and the enemy. Now, there's many choices to be made here. You know, you don't have to follow up with a rolling attack. You can go into a Mekong air raid. You can do a stinger if you wanted to. You could do a Mekong Delta escape. Or even a scouter jump. I guess what I'm really trying to imply here is that the backflip part of this move is really just a mask to follow up with what you really want to. I even did a Patriot Circle from the backflip. This move has Rolento doing a backwards roll before leaping at his opponent with his staff. To do the Mekong Delta Air Raid, do a quarter circle back plus punch to roll, then press punch again to attack. Now the first part of this move is evasive, and the distance of both the roll and leaping attack is determined by the strength of the button that's pressed. So, light punch, medium punch, heavy punch. The attack portion of this move is very useful in leaping over low attacks and can even hit aerial opponents. And similar to the Mekong Delta attack, you can mix other moves after the initial roll. So I can do the roll and then go into a Delta escape if I wanted to. Or I can do the roll and do a stinger if I wanted to. The key to using this move effectively is by keeping an eye on the opponent's position and pressing the correct punch button for the right distance and range. So this attack is similar to the air raid, except instead of rolling, Rolento will flip backwards to do a wall jump. To do the Mekong Delta escape, do a quarter circle back plus any kick button. Then press any attack after the wall jump. So once again, the initial startup is an evasion. Then afterwards he can go on the offensive. See the pattern with his moveset here? So yeah, the Mekong Delta escape is just another way of evading and applying pressure from the air. But unlike the moves before it, you can't go into other attacks. And once it's initiated, you must follow through with either an aerial normal or an empty wall jump. The scouter jump is another means of moving across the screen. To do the move, press all 3 kick buttons to do a forward scouter jump, or press back in all 3 kick buttons. This move has full screen range, which adds on to Rolento's overall mobility. Also, it's possible to go into other attacks right at the end of the jump, such as the Mekong Delta escape or the air raid. Daily package is Rolento punch throw. Press forward and fierce punch to execute. Colonel Carrier is Rolento's kick throw. Press forward and heavy kick to initiate. Out of the two throws, the Colonel Carrier does the most damage. The fake rod is the first command normal. To do this attack, press forward and medium kick. To do the spike rod, press down and medium kick while in midair. Take No Prisoners is the first super I like to talk about. This move is when Rolento catches the enemy with the trap wire, then proceeds to hang them. This move can be done by doing 2/4 circle forward motions plus any punch button. And of course, the stronger the punch button that's pressed will equals more damage. Now, there's really not much more to say about this attack. Just be sure to do it on an opponent that's in a standing position and you're good to go. To me, this super move is Rolento's trademark attack, maybe because of Final Fight. The Minesweeper is done by doing 2/4 circle back motions plus any punch button. Rolento will roll backwards while tossing hand grenades at the opponent. How many grenades are thrown is dependent on the strength of the button that's pressed, with the heavy punch having a total of 4 grenades. Use the Minesweeper on opponents who love dashing or who love to do jump ins. Out of all Rolento Super, the level 3 Minesweeper is his most damaging one. The Seal Rain Super is when Rolento tosses a knife into the sky for it to fall on the enemy. To do this attack, do a 2/4 circle forward plus any kick button. So, Steel Rain is not really effective in my opinion, and even the level 3 version of this is not that damaging. It is definitely possible to catch the opponent off guard with this, but there's better options when it comes to doing his super. Okay? Overall, Rolento is a hit and run character who also happens to rush down. He doesn't have straightforward moves like the standard character, and most of his attacks revolve around him evading first. But what he does have is mobility and lots of it. He can cover the whole screen in one jump and can wall jump from out of nowhere. The main thing to remember is to keep the opponent guessing and try your best to mix up your moves so you don't become predictable. Make sure to evade when you have to, then follow through with the appropriate attack. Well, with that being said, here are some tips to better your gameplay with Rolento. Besides his normals and supers, the Patriot Circle is the only straightforward attack. Remember, when using the Mekong Delta attack, you can follow it with other moves such as the Air Raid and the Delta Escape. The Stinger looks just like a neutral jump. It's easy to sneak a knife in every now and then. Be patient when doing the Minesweeper Super. Wait till they make a mistake or rush in, then go for it. It is implied that C groove is the best groove for Rolento. Well, that's it for this video. If you like Capcom Vs SNK and would like to see me cover more of these in the future, then be sure to give this video a like. With that being said, I'm Dad Mishima. See you next video.